next up we have Shannon McKenzie. Shannon, great to have you here.
Thank you.
Before we start, can you please introduce yourself, your role to the audience?
Yeah, absolutely. So Shannon McKenzie, I work for NBCUniversal. I sit in the content distribution group, and I lead essentially a team of product managers that handles platform experience design. And what we do is we partner with our partner distributors and we collaborate on how to create cross-platform experiences. So we bring the storytelling and a lot of the creative and the user experience design to bear for the partner distributors who focus on the technology, and we collaborate to make a great experience for our audiences and subscribers.
Nice. Okay. UX is important.
It's
Definitely.
becoming more and more important as the world changes and the technology advances. So
Make
absolutely,
it simple, make it easy to find. And
that's
so
correct.
On. We're going to speak about it in a second. But first, you here in Oslo. It's the second time for you at Northern Waves.
Correct. My second visit. Yes.
What do you like about the event?
Well, first of all, I love Oslo. It's absolutely beautiful, and everyone's so welcoming. I think also this particular event brings together a great group of people. There's both the very technical side, the content side, the distributor side, the vendors who are part and parcel with all of this, but then also sort of the focus becomes how does the content play out on these platforms? And what does that look like, and why is that meaningful to consumers? And ultimately, our audience is the most important factor in all of this. Yeah. So it really brings it all together, and I think it's a great group to have diversity of opinion and thought, but also a lot of collective ideas as well. So
cool.
Yeah.
What's your talk about? You will be on stage in a few minutes?
I will be on stage in a few minutes, yes. My talk is about, I'm not nervous yet, give me a few minutes. My talk is about the Paris Olympics. So NBCUniversal, we're very grateful to have the rights to package, produce, and distribute the Olympics content in the United States.
Okay.
It is a very humbling experience to design across screens of all sizes through this enormous ecosystem and try to tell a cohesive story so that a consumer who might discover content on their mobile device doesn't have a completely different experience on a television or some other platform. So how do you design for that? How do you think about it? How do you create something at that scale that's compressed into 17 days? Right.
Wow.
So we're a very tactical team in that way, but we're also highly strategic in how we help our partners sort of approach the design thinking in that game. So yeah, so we'll be talking about the Paris Olympics.
Okay. So if there's one takeaway you want the audience to remember of your talk, what would that be?
I think it's collaboration. And the reason I say that is I think we're in a state in the industry where there's a lot of developing and emerging technologies. Consumer behaviors are starting to change and evolve. Streaming services have come into play now. And I think in the past maybe decade or so, we've been differentiating ourselves across platforms. But we're starting to see this movement now where the content is just so significant. And if consumers can't find the content, then it doesn't matter how fancy your platform is. So at the end of the day, I think starting to build that collaborative effort between the distributors and the publishers. We're getting more and more sophisticated with how we distribute things technologically, syndicating things with XML feeds that create better metadata and so forth. And I think it's a great time now for the technical infrastructure to start to embrace that, so we have a balance of the storytelling and the technology. So that collaboration would be the main takeaway, and hopefully this is the place to encourage that.
Good. I have a gift, but unfortunately it's just a promise, not a commitment.
Okay.
If I gave you $100 million, and you need to tell me if I need to add zeros, what would you do with $100 million? For NBCU, sorry.
For NBC, you know, I think NBC is such a large company, and we have so many different divisions, and we have the film division and the parks, and television, of course, and all of our digital properties. I think that one thing we would probably invest $100 million in is the content. To be honest, that is what our audience is coming for. And while I think there's a lot of investment also to be made, maybe a good portion of that.
You can split.
Can I split it?
Yeah, you
okay,
can
some
split.
of it goes into product and operations to ensure that that content makes its way through the supply chain in a way that ends up in the consumers' homes in a way that they can find it. But I think ultimately, our job is really straightforward. We make great content, we package that content, we go out and we sell it. We make enough money to go back and make more great content. So at the end of the day, for us, it's all about really great content packaging.
Cool. I hope somebody gives you $100 million.
We'd love that.
Thank you very much. It was great to have you here.
My pleasure.
Enjoy the rest of the show and good luck for your talk.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Thank you.